aldehyde and not ketone. Let us see if this is our aldehyde. It's sp2 hybridized carbon and it's all over the carbonyl group. Now we have to learn about the formation of aldehyde group. There are many possible ways, like if we write here the aldehyde and carbonyl group, number one, always we have to remember that oxidation of primary alcohol will lead to always aldehyde. So this is primary alcohol, which will be oxidized by K2Cr2O7 and H2SO4 combination, which is oxidant. Secondly, there is a mild oxidant. Is PCC. It's called actually PCC, and pyridinium chlorofluoride. So altogether we have come from 1 degree alcohol. This is also 1 degree alcohol. There is a possibility of coming to aldehyde from acetylene. Now that is very interesting. It's a name reaction called Kucherov when we will give 1% HCl4 and 20% H2SO4. Technically it is actually reacting with a water molecule. The mechanism I will explain later of Kucherov's reaction, but at first we have to sort out the possible ways of the formation of aldehyde. Now there is another way of name reaction called Oppenhier's reaction. If we place parabenzoquinone, it is a ketone, and 1 degree alcohol, the alcohol group will oxidize to aldehyde and the ketone group in turn will reduce to parabenzoquinone. So any bulkier group of ketone will land to reduction of alcohol, and subsequently the alcohol group, 1 degree alcohol group, will lead to the oxidation of aldehyde. So it is the exchange method of 1 alcohol to aldehyde versus 1 ketone to subsequent its 2nd degree alcohol. So technically it's 2 degree alcohol. Always remember the fact that ketone reduces to form 2 degree alcohol, never be 1 degree alcohol. Another way of coming to aldehyde is hydroboration reaction. But in case of hydroboration reaction, the H will be replaced by any R group. R means it's maybe ethyl group, it's maybe ethyl group, or so on. So if we give B2H6 THF tetrahydrofour and the solvent with the subsequent hydrolysis, it will land to the aldehyde. So technically it's also name reaction called hydroboration reaction. Now, another interesting method of coming to aldehyde is dry distillation. Its mechanism is also be discussed later. So I am giving it a star. I am giving here also a star. Dry distillation of calcium formate and any other carboxylic acid like RCO whole to Ca. The mixture of calcium formate and calcium carboxylate, calcium formate and calcium carboxylate will actually give rise to this aldehyde. Now this calcium formate and calcium carboxylate mixture has 3 cases. We will discuss later about these 3 cases. These 3 or 4 cases, and we will discuss it later. So we will coming from acetylene, we are coming from alcohol 1 degree, we are coming from Openius reaction, we are coming from always hydroboration reaction. There are always other methods included like any formic acid with carboxylic acid with amino at 300 degrees centigrade will lead to aldehyde. Another way of doing so is always be 1 degree alcohol at 300 degrees centigrade in presence of copper tube. So these are the actually methods of coming to aldehyde, but the most important one are, I am giving it a different color. Most important are 1 degree alcohol of K2Cr2O7 and H2SO4. The dry distillation method, the Openius reaction must be the Kucherov's reaction, and the hydroboration thing. So we will consider again the reaction method of aldehyde right in the central box. This way we can learn the general properties and general preparations of aldehyde and ketone both. If I write the aldehyde at center with this carbonyl group sp2 hybridized, then at first we have to remember the RCH2OH, that is 1 degree alcohol, will undergo with K2Cr2O7 and H2SO4 the oxidation method will give to aldehyde. Similarly, it can be done with mild reducing oxidizing agent, that is pyridinium chlorochromide, and it is called commonly as PCC. Remember or note here that PDC, অর্থাৎ that means pyridium dichloride. Pyridium dichloride always gives second degree alcohol CH, OH and R to subsequently R, R and CO, that is from 2 degree alcohol to ketone. Now we have some other methods here like the cyanide. Here the cyanide at first be reduced by SnCl2 and HCl by 2R. The triple bond will reduce to RCH double bond in H, which is somehow an imine structure. It is the intermediate structure, imine, and subsequently the imine hydrolyzes like this. The double bond part will remain intact and the oxygen will attack here, whereas the hydrogen part will combine with this NH part to liberate NH3. So the RCHO group will land here as aldehyde and it is called Stephen reaction. We have discussed earlier about this Stephen reaction. Another important, so technically it is very important, that is we are coming to aldehyde from cyanide. Now another important one is RCOCl. This is acid chloride. This is technically acid chloride. It's a kind of acid derivative. That is, it is coming from acid. Now this acid derivative, acid chloride, will be reduced by DaSO4 suspended by palladium, and here it is reduced by two nascent hydrogen. One is combining with this chlorine group to form or liberate as HCl, and the rest hydrogen stands here to form the aldehyde. It is called Rosen-Mundt reduction. So Rosen-Mundt reduction is also very exclusive and very important. Remember the fact that any acid derivative will not directly give the aldehyde, as because if we here use some strong reducing agent like lithium aluminum hydride, it will land to 1 degree alcohol. So never ever try to use the strong reducing agent like lithium aluminum hydride. In the meanso, the Stephen reaction, we can use another reagent instead of this SnCl to an HCl, which is called diisobutyl lithium aluminum hydride. So diBAL-H, diisobutyl aluminum hydride. So diBAL-H will land instead of SnCl to an HCl to here, and subsequently which will hydrolyze by H2 plus to form RCHO. So here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is 3. Out of 4, there are 2 strong name reaction. One is Stephen reaction and one is Rosen-Mundt reduction. Another, we can always write here about name reaction Kucherov, that is always never ever only for acetylene, but not for any other alkyne. So the rule is acetylene will give rise to aldehyde, but any other alkyne will lead to ketone by Kucherov. So 1% HgSO4, 20% H2SO4 in presence of 80 degrees centigrade, 70 to 80 degrees centigrade, in presence of water will land to aldehyde. Another interesting one is the mixture, as I said earlier, the mixture of calcium formate and calcium carboxylate, which will be heated, that is dry distillation, will land to always aldehyde. And the less important comparatively is formic acid along with any other acid. Formic acid with any other carboxylic acid in presence of manganese oxide at 300 degrees centigrade will form the aldehyde. Now quickly we have to move to this zone, as I mentioned earlier, about the mechanism of this dry distillation and mechanism of about this Kucherov. At first we have to consider the fact about the dry distillation. The dry distillation is like this. if we can use only calcium formate. So this is technically case number 1. We can use calcium formate. It is like this. When it would be heated, always there removes one calcium carbonate and forms formaldehyde. So this is rule number 1. Case number 2 or rule number 2 is if we use only calcium carboxylate or the calcium salt of any saturated fatty acid, then the calcium carbonate naturally goes out and forms ketone. So this is the method of ketone formation. So the first one is about formaldehyde or methanol. Second one is for ketone. The third one, the rule number 3 is if there is RCO whole to Ca with HCO whole to Ca, or that means the mixture of calcium carboxylate and calcium formate. This is calcium formate, and this is any kind of saturated salt of calcium salt of fatty acid, that is calcium carboxylate. We can put here CH3 or C2H5 or anything, or benzene ring, anything. Then in that case it will be benzene calcium benzoate. Then here the calcium carbonate and here also the calcium carbonate liberates. Now these two R group with these two CO group will combine with those two hydrogen atom to form two molecules of RCHO. So the mixture here, carefully observe this thing, that it is on distillation itself gives ketone. So the mixture product with aldehyde, two molecules of aldehyde is one ketone molecule, and here the first case the calcium formate will form formaldehyde. So technically it is actually the mixture of three things. One is aldehyde, generalized aldehyde, one is ketone and other is formaldehyde. So the case 3 is actually the combination of case 1 and case 2 along with the new product of aldehyde. The case 4 is very simple. There is one carboxylic acid and there is another carboxylic acid. The both two, when dry distillate here and here, it liberates two molecules of calcium carbonate. The R1CO group combines with R2CO group to form a mixture of ketone, that is R1CO. Remember again the two types of calcium carboxylate salt. One is R1CO whole to Ca and another is R2CO whole to Ca. We'll give the R1 and R2 parallelly to form a mixture of ketone. But the first one, the R1CO whole to C, will itself give another ketone. Here it is another ketone R1CO R1, and the second carboxylate salt of case 2 will form R2CO and R2. So here it is the mixture of three ketone. One is our desired ketone and other is the mixture of other two ketones. So here it is mixture, here it is also mixture. Now we should discuss about the Kucherov. If there is acetylene, at first in presence of 1% HCl and 20% H2SO4, it reacts with water according to not Markovnikov rule, as it is symmetrical, to form CH2 double bond CHOH. It is called vinyl alcohol. So technically it is the intermediate product of Kucherov. Later on it will again react with water to form CH3, single bond CH, OH and OH. Now this is the diol since an unstable. One molecule of water leaves and the resultant structure is acetaldehyde. If we consider that this is not acetylene, as I said, remember that only acetylene will give aldehyde, but the other alkyne will always give ketone. Like here the R group with C triple bond and CH. Here the first water molecule will form RC double bond RCOH double bond CH2. This is also vinyl group which is unstable, and later on again reacts with water to form RCOH which is diol, and here is CH3. So this diol leaves water to form ultimately not aldehyde but ketone. And we have discussed the haloform reaction. Remember, this is here the keton-methyl group which will undergo the haloform and subsequently break down this molecule. So up to this time, this is the part 1 of the aldehyde, general preparation of the aldehyde. We will come back shortly with the general properties of aldehyde.